Hey there, folks. I'm sure this isn't probably the type of video you were expecting to see or hear, but this is where we are, so let's have a little update. First of all, something new. I'm sure that if any of you are regulars here, and I know there's probably like 5 of you, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate you 5 or 6 or however many of you there are, but the fact of the matter is there aren't very many of you. Not that that takes away from your power or your might, and again, you are appreciated, but the number is still on the small side. Rightfully so. I've only been doing this for, I don't know, a couple months, maybe. But you'll notice that my entire video library is gone. So that's issue number 1. And it's not really an issue. I actually did this intentionally. For a couple of reasons, which I'll get into in just a moment. But the short version is that I am not necessarily satisfied with YouTube. And for someone as small as myself, don't get me wrong, I'm not all like talking about how unfair things are. It's more just an issue of trust with Google overall. So I started on this platform because I'm like, oh yeah, well, this is like one of the biggest websites in the world. That seems like a great place to start. But if any of you actually read the description in my bio before, I was making all of my music non-copyright, royalty-free. The whole point was I just wanted to create stuff. Which, it's fun. It takes a lot of the stress off because it's just like I could piece things together, and it was just, some of it was very sloppy, some of it was messy, a lot of it was under-edited, and I think the quality of that work shows, which leads me to the second point of why I decided to scrap all of my content. And I still have it, and I plan on actually fixing a lot of it and re-releasing it in a different place. It's just not up to the caliber that I want it to be. And I think I'm going to get away from the non-copyright angle. There's enough problems with theft and people reusing and recycling content, especially on YouTube. Another reason I wanted to get away from it is the rampant reactor content and things of that nature. But that's, again, I'm way too small potatoes for any of that to really affect my world. Just things that I notice, things that I think about, things that just make me wonder how much I want to get involved in that world. So that's just kind of a nutshell of why I've made the decisions that I have. Another fun fact, I don't know how many of you are security focused, but I typically run, depending on what day it is, either Android, Windows, or Linux. So depending on my task or whatever I'm working on, I will be in one of those 3 platforms. And on every one of those platforms, I have some sort of a flavor of Firefox, LibreWolf, WaterFox, a non-Chromium-based browser, where I love to use ad blocker. Ad blocker is something, of course, that YouTube very strongly disagrees with. So because of that, it's only a matter of time before I feel that, again, with Google's cracking down on things like that, where I like to use ad blocker for, not just because, I don't want to watch your ads. It's not that. It's another form of security. Ads contain a lot of malicious links and things like that. Not only that, they tie up your bandwidth, especially for people who are on like mobile data or things like that. I don't feel like you should be penalized for taking advantage of software that is available, whether it chooses to block ads or whatever it happens to do. If you're not doing anything malicious, good on you. You should be able to be an adult and decide what kind of software you want to run. But for companies like Google to say, oh, well, YouTube's terms of condition, it's illegal to use ad blockers, what are they going to start coming after content creators who happen to log in under their account, who happen to use ad blockers in their personal life because that's a choice that they have? I don't know. It seems like a slippery slope. But that's a different soapbox for a different day, I guess. I just wanted to give you all a little bit of feedback where I was at and the decisions that I'm making as to why my channel has only one video at this point. Like I said, I will continue. I already have a SoundCloud and a Bandcamp set up. I have not uploaded anything yet because, again, like I said, now that I'm going to take this a little bit more seriously, I want good versions of my music up there. It's one thing to just throw something together in a couple hours and be like, yeah, that sounds all right, and it's a great idea, but it is not complete. And that's something that I need to aspire to, is to actually complete what I start. So this is where I'm at. Again, if you even took the time to listen to this, I appreciate you. Thank you. Take care. Be safe. And I will probably just use this one video as a little discussion for the few folks who want to. So I'll make a little post here and update if once I officially do put something on either BandLab or SoundCloud. So that way it'll be there. And hey, I'll keep this YouTube channel around because maybe I'll start a podcast or something. Who knows? I don't know what the future's going to hold. But for right now, this is just where we're at. Thank you. God bless. Take care. And we'll see you on the next one.